Hey guys, this is IrieStarcraft and I'm back to cast another game for you. This one is going to be a 4 versus 4 on Outpost, and it will be between JakeNBake, the red Zerg, and his teammates will be Werx, the blue Zerg, DoGG, the teal Protoss, and NeOChina, the purple Protoss. Their opponents will be a 4 Zerg team. It is going to be LMntTork, the yellow Zerg, and LMntChunsah, the pink Zerg, who I had the pleasure of playing a few games recently with. By the way, I have gotten back into some standard Starcraft. I've been playing the last few days and really enjoying myself. I'll finish that thought in a second. The rest of this team will be the green Zerg, krayzie, and Nova will be the orange Zerg. But yeah, I got a new monitor. Finally, I have a new giant monitor that is widescreen and stuff. So I'm trying, this is the first video that I'm trying to broadcast in 1080 on my new monitor. And I've really been enjoying playing on the new monitor because now I can play with widescreen, whereas before I always played with standard full screen. And now I can see way more of the map during battles and stuff. So that is awesome. Looks like we are going to have a forge thrown down by NeOChina here, and that is definitely going to be a necessity against a 4 Zerg team, so they will be walling this off and likely putting a cannon or two back here. We'll see if they decide to completely wall it off. The problem is that their Zerg counterparts, their Zerg teammates, I should say, Werx and JakeNBake, are going to have some trouble trying to defend the rush on their own if this ends up being completely walled in. But we will see. Actually, it looks like krayzie is going to be taking a fast expansion here, the green Zerg. And Nova, meanwhile, has gone for a fast pull, but where are the Zerglings? They're about to pop out right now. I knew that. And so we do have 6 lings from Torque, 6 lings from Nova that will be on the way. And meanwhile, Chunsah appears to be going for roaches. So we have 2 10 pulls and a fast expansion and roaches from the bottom team. And this cannon just now finishing. It looks like we are going to completely wall off here. So it'll be interesting what the Protoss players decided to go. I expect to see 1 Blinkstalker, 1 Void Rays, but that is just my speculation. Possibly some Dark Templars from up there. And Werx wisely throwing down a very fast Spinecrawler here, realizing that his Protoss counterpart's going to wall in. He is going to be the first man to get attacked here. And 2 Spinecrawlers for JakeNBake up here on top. So very defensive from these 2 guys, and the matchup necessitating that. And so either way, we are now, it looks like the top team will be able to hold off any kind of early aggression. It's not any kind of all-in ling attack, because we are going to see some roaches soon from Chunsah, likely a 7 roach. That is a pretty standard build. Looks like he only managed to get 6 out here, probably a 7th one coming there. So all you newer players on Zerg, the 7 roach is now a standard build. And I did forget to set myself to busy here. I don't want to get thrown off my game too much. This is already going to be interesting. With this huge new monitor, this is so awesome, you guys. Hopefully this comes out okay. We'll see. So let's check what we have going here. We do have a Stargate from DoGG and a second double Stargate. So I was right. Double Void Rays. Void Rays so strong against Zerg, and it's one of the few things Protoss can do extremely effectively against Zerg, is get those early Void Rays. However, there is going to be a bunch of roaches from Chunsah and Zerglings from Torque on their way up. There are 4 cannons here, but the roaches may be able to outrange some of these cannons and these buildings. It does not look like it actually. No, and that's something I should know by now. I should learn by now. That, yeah, roaches apparently cannot reach a building if the cannon is placed directly behind it without getting shot. So that is always good to know. And you cannot upgrade range on roaches. Yeah. So we are going to change target and go after Werx's base. He has 3 Spinecrawlers here, pretty well placed. A Baneling's nest, and a few Banelings are out. If he can get these Banelings into that wall of Zerglings, this could get extremely interesting, but it looks like both players well aware of that for the bottom team, and the Zerglings are going to be dodging these Banelings the whole time. So these Banelings not actually blowing up on anything, however they are helping Werx quite a bit, and some Zerglings getting very close right there, but they are going to pull back. Meanwhile, the roaches are trying to snipe out this hatchery, and they may just be able to do that because Werx does not want to waste his banelings on the roaches, but he is going to be able to send some Zerglings out now to snipe these roaches from Chunza. He's going to be forced to fall back because the Zergling support is gone. The Void Rays have arrived, and there is a couple of Phoenix in here as well. 4 Phoenix for DoGG inside Torque's base. Going to be able to lift this Queen off. 4 Phoenix and a Void Ray, extremely powerful. We'll be able to snipe Overlords, pick up Queens all over the place, so definitely a very, very smart play there. And I still am curious to see what the purple player is doing. Meanwhile, Werx is holding this attack off all by himself. Banelings coming out and a couple of them blowing up on the roaches. It looks like a few Zerglings got blown up there. There goes the hatchery. And so Werx is going to be pretty much down in the dumps this game, and now is going to be up to Jake. He's not going to be able to help much. He's got 7 spine crawlers in his base. It's like, okay, making a 7th now, and trying to hide some banelings over here. We will see that he is going to blow up one of those on some Zerglings down there. And it looks like he's going to try and sneak into this group of Zerglings down here, and oh, he had a chance there to blow up a bunch, but kind of missed it there. A bunch of spine crawlers will keep Jake alive in this game. Mutas now on the field for krayzie, and it looks like those are going to be able, they were able to kill the Void Ray, it looks like, but the Phoenix are so powerful against the Mutas. That is the advantage of getting those Mutas. Werx raging and leaving this game. I am surprised he decided to leave this game so soon. I mean, Torque has basically out of this game. He has no economy left. So I'm surprised Werx deciding to leave the game. But nonetheless, his base is gone, and JakeNBake could blow up a bunch of Zerglings right here, and he is going to miss his opportunity, it looks like, to do that a little bit better micro. He might have been able to, but I'm not so sure, as Nova appears to be on top of that. And this ball of Muta is now going to prove extremely powerful. The problem is these Phoenix will be able to counter the Mutas. Phoenix are faster than Mutas, if I'm right about that. Going to be lifting off roaches here. Not the most efficient play, but they do have a lot of energy to spare, so they're going to take out some roaches. And now going to engage the Mutas from krayzie. Oh no, krayzie just leaving his Mutas here. The Phoenix have completely surrounded them. And now the Mutas are going to run away. Are they the same speed? Oh, I'm tripping on this. I need to check this. Okay. Move speed 4.25. And I'll check the Mutas in a sec. Meanwhile, Zerglings are streaming into DoGG's base, and Phoenix, useless against Zerglings. Trying to pick them off is just completely futile. However, there are so many, he may actually have to do that at this point. Now, I need to check this. What is going on? We do have Dark Templars. Nice play from NeOChina, sniping out the Spire, and I knew I should have checked what NeOChina was doing. I suspected some DTs. Trying to select this Muta 3.75, so the Phoenix would have been able to chase those Mutas had they wanted to. I hear more slicing going on. This hatchery looks like it is going to go down. A nice job by NeOChina going for those Dark Templars there. And it looks like he does have Blink finished as well. JakeNBake will be taking Werx's old base and moving his spine crawlers up. I'm not sure if he has enough creep tuners though. And still this ball of Mutas and a couple of Hydras now on the field for krayzie, but I just don't know how effective that is going to be. You need a lot more Hydras than that to engage this massive Phoenix from DoGG. And there's so many Phoenix now, he will be able to just pick up drones all over the place and just cripple the economy of whoever he feels like. But it looks like these Phoenix are going to engage with the Blink Stalkers here from NeOChina. Do we have any more DTs on the field? We do not. He's gone pure Blink Stalkers. And seeing there's no mining going on there for Torque, he's going to go ahead and move down into Chunza's base. Chunza in a world of trouble right now. These Phoenix will be able to lift off every single unit if they want to. And now the Stalkers trying to be Blink microed here, and it looks like not doing it too much micro. There goes NeOChina, and here comes the Mutas to try and engage, but man, these Phoenix just rip apart Mutas so fast. They do 2 attacks simultaneously, so it says versus light 10 damage. Here comes some Zerglings from Nova though. However, they are going to be trying to pick up these Stalkers. It looks like they will be able to kill all of the Stalkers. The Phoenix, meanwhile, picking up all of these Hydras being shuttled in here one at a time for krayzie. That is not how you want to manage the Hydras against Phoenix. They have to be kept all together. It is the only possible way to use Hydras against a massive Phoenix, and he did not do that at all. And JakeNBake, meanwhile, is sending in a massive Zerglings and a couple Infestors into Nova's mineral line. Nova has a bunch of Zerglings here. And it looks like a couple of Banelings exploded there. I think Jake did manage to bring a couple of Banelings in here. And now it looks like Nova, it looks like the bottom team is going to lose this game. That is my assumption at this point. A few Hydras is not going to be able to do much. Nova is able to clean this up, but he's down to only, how many drones does he have left? 7 drones left. He has this expansion, not mining at all. The map control completely belonging to the top team. Then what can the bottom team do at this point? Krayzie, what do we have in the units? I should check the army size. That's what I should be checking. And it is dismal and dire straits for the bottom team. Chunza still has a base here. He has a few Hydralisks. And really, the Hydras are just, once this Phoenix get to this kind of number, using Hydras against them is so difficult because they are like a quarter as fast on the ground off a creep. And so the Phoenix are super fast, and they can, with good micro, you can just lift off all the Hydras. So you need Infestors to go with the Hydralisks. It's the only way to deal with these, is to get the fungal growths down and then bring the Hydras and just tear them to shreds when they're unable to move. So do we have any Infestors right now for the bottom team? We don't have any, and that is going to be a huge problem right now, as everyone knows how beefy Infestors are, even though they're not that beefy. Hydras are strong against these Stalkers here, but there's quite a bit of them, and Blink will be able to keep these Stalkers alive quite a bit. Stalkers much faster. Again, Hydra's so slow. They're so slow, man. And it looks like this army of Hydralisks is completely split up between Chunza and Krayzie, and that is huge trouble. There's even some DTs inside this army for NeOChina, and no detection, so it's only a matter of time here. A couple of fungal growths from JakeNBake will end this very quickly. There goes a fungal growth on that army of Hydralisks, and Phoenix lifting them all up just so fast here. And again, Hydras are light armor, so they take a ton of damage from the Phoenix once they're up in the air. Krayzie leaving the game. It looks like that is going to do it. Apparently easy peasy for JakeNBake and the top team. So I want to thank JakeNBake for sending me this game. It was a pleasure to cast, showing the power, how to go against a 4 Zerg team, which actually proved pretty powerful in the first Zeke 4v4 tournament I played. The 4 Zerg team did end up winning that whole thing. So a strong counter here. Dark Templars, Phoenix, Infestors, Banelings. Well played by the top team. So that is going to do it for me. This is IrieStarcraft, and peace out.